Welcome back to In the Garden. Joining me today is Craig from Grange Co-op, and today we're going to be talking about roses. Now, we know Valentine's Day is over, but this is probably one of the most popular or overrated flowers, and that could be a hot take, but what do we got here today with these roses? What different types are there?
Yeah, well, you know, roses are very intimidating to people for growing. They kind of have a bad rap as far as being hard to grow and difficult, and that can be true, especially some of the older varieties get some disease problems and that kind of stuff. But roses are still an incredibly popular plant,
Right.
and there's just a lot of different varieties. So for some people, they want kind of that long one flower per stalk per stem. Those are usually called like a hybrid tea type rose. That would be like a cutting rose that you would get in a bouquet. There's other types that are called grandiflora or floribunda, where the flowers open fully and you kind of they completely open up, unlike a hybrid tea.
What are the white roses?
So
do you know what that
there's a
one is?
few different ones that are white. One of them is a JFK rose, is one named after him. There's quite a few,
Okay.
but the big thing with roses is deciding, of course, what you want them to do, as far as do you want them to be a climber rose or a tree rose or a shrub rose, that type of thing. But then also a lot of that is then how you're going to plant them.
Okay. And so when you're planting a rose, I mean, is this the same where I want to keep them outdoors? Are there any sort of indoor roses? I'm not too sure how that.
No,
the
you're
planting
gonna
would work.
all these you're gonna be doing in an outdoor environment. Does best planted in the ground. Some varieties are prone to some disease problems, stuff
Okay.
like that. So it is important that when we plant them, we are planting them with a product like this that'll say like a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1 rose product. And what that has, besides having fertilizer in it, is that's going to have something in it that's going to control insect problems and also going to, really important, controlling disease problems. So it's important that when you come in, you don't want to just get a rose and get some soil. You want to make sure and kind of get everything with it to kind of set yourself up for success.
And then just the last question for me, is there any rose that thrives specifically during the spring season?
Well, all of these are mostly going to start blooming kind of end of spring into summer, and all of them really are going to bloom all the way through summer. Once they start, they keep going really until we get a good frost. So that is one thing that roses have going for them, is they have a really long bloom time. All of them are going to be blooming similar amount of time. They're all going to start around the same time and go pretty much all the way through. So you don't have to really worry about that. But the biggest thing is, you know, there's lots of different scents. They all smell differently. Just a huge variety, a massive variety to choose from.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Craig. And if you have any more questions about roses, you can go to our website at ktrv.com or head over to a Grange Co-op near you and talk to a specialist like Craig.